There's some places you expect to see a farm. For instance, here at Gorman Heritage Farm in the village of Evendale, farmers have been working the land for 7 generations. Today, visitors can still experience farm life on 120 sprawling acres in southern Ohio. And then there are places you might not expect to see a farm, like urban Columbus, for instance.
It's what we call a food desert. There are a lot of corner markets that mainly sell carry-out beverages, potato chips, convenience foods high in fat and salt.
But that's just where Four Seasons City Farm grows a bounty of fresh vegetables on vacant lots across the city.
This is not just community gardening, but this is food production. This is a model for the future in which we can grow a lot of food in the city. You don't need a 100-acre farm to produce a lot of food. 1 acre can produce a lot of food for people.
The city of Columbus has empty lots where the buildings have been torn down. So we now have about 10 of those lots that once were grass and weeds, and now they're flowers and produce, and some weeds too.
A year ago, last spring, this garden was a field. It was just one big vacant field that mostly grew trash. But now, a lot of very dedicated volunteers last year came in, worked this area up, planted food.
I think there's a tendency when you look around your environment to reflect it. So when you have gardens growing in an urban environment, it opens up a sense of possibility. It's like, wow, right outside of our window where usually people don't care, there's something. That beauty is real and possible, even in areas where there's not a lot of sunshine.
While urban neighborhoods discover beauty in community gardens, students learn valuable lessons when their classroom is a farm.
The farm is a specially prepared environment. It creates these wonderful opportunities for an adolescent to practice making choices and taking on real responsibilities in an environment that is very attractive to young people, young children.
Located on a 97-acre farm in northeastern Ohio, the Hershey Montessori School uses its location as a teaching tool.
They learn to use all of the disciplines and subject areas as they work on a farm. The school is about the adolescent. It's not about farming, but a farm environment is a perfect place for an adolescent to practice and to become who he or she is to become as an adult.
But farming can also be a way to teach and inspire adults. And on a garden in the Stark County Jail, inmates are planting seeds of change.
We were looking for a venue to put in a community vegetable garden. They had the space and the resources for us to do that here.
Stark County Jail is actually sitting on a very big plot of land, and so much of it was being unused, and they really wanted to tap into that.
They ripped it all up, tilled it, and then it just looked like a giant plot of dirt. And when we started planting, I remember when they were like that big, and then, just watching it grow over time, it's just like, wow, I created some of that, kind of makes you feel good.
Folks at the Stark County Jail aren't able to use the produce, so they wanted to donate it, which is where Meals on Wheels comes in.
We cover both Stark County and Wayne counties, and we are delivering right around 2,000 meals a day. Most of those are to homebound individuals. Anyone of any age that is homebound can receive meals. The garden is going to benefit all of the clients that we service. We will be able to take the produce that they're raising and incorporate it into the meals that we're providing.
I know a lot of people can't get a good hot meal, especially fresh vegetables, so that's what makes me appreciate it a lot more. So it's kind of like a blessing in disguise to get the chance to work here in the garden.
You might think soil and sunshine are necessary elements for a successful farm, but Micah Rubin operates his farm from the darkness of a century-old warehouse in downtown Cleveland.
The warehouse is the first public storage warehouse that was opened in Cleveland. It also was used at one time by large companies such as Maytag, Goodyear, and it still is a public storage warehouse today.
But he's not growing fruit or vegetables. This unique location contains a unique crop.
We roughly have 35,000 fish here at Clearwater Fish Farms, most of them being emerald shiners. There's roughly 1,000 yellow perch and 500 common goldfish. We're in an urban environment. As far as I know, we're the only ones in Ohio, at least, that are in an urban inner city area. With the aquaculture industry beginning to grow in the state of Ohio and the manufacturing on the decline, it just makes sense that there's already facilities and spaces available to do something on a scale like this.
Look hard enough, and you'll find farms in the most unlikely of places. From the darkness of a warehouse to the walls of a prison, the thrill of growing simply cannot be contained.